Good afternoon, boys and girls, and thank you for tuning in to episode 85 of Love at First Scent with me, Persolaise. If you're watching live and you've stuck around from the previous broadcast, thank you very much. If you're not watching live, thank you very much for tuning in anyway. This is what we are going to be smelling today in this single perfume episode of Love at First Scent. We're just going to be focusing on the one perfume. I'm sorry, but I just look at the colour of this. I will obviously be talking to you about it in a moment. I don't know if you can, let me just make sure that everything's all right on the tablet and things are coming through loud and clear. They seem to be after we get past another Gordon Ramsay advert. Look at the colour of this. Can you make it out here? It is the deepest, most sort of compelling shade of emerald. I mean, it's obviously fake. It's obviously been artificially coloured, and I'm sure if I were to look on the packaging, oh gosh, yes, I hadn't actually looked at this before, but they've got a violet colour, a yellow colour, a blue colour. Looks like an ink, somebody's saying. Yes, absolutely. But this is what we are smelling today in this, as I said, single perfume episode. It is the brand new scent from Serge Lutens, an addition to their Politesse range, which was created what was it, a couple of years ago when they went through a rebrand. And this one, you know, Lutens names are a bit of a struggle for non-French speakers anyway, but this one probably takes the biscuit because it's des clous pour une pelure. So we need a French speaker. I mean, I know that I found out what that translates into, but whether there is some kind of double meaning or hidden meaning or pun or reference to something, I don't know, and the brand has not made it particularly clear. The press release that comes with this is unfortunately not a Serge classic in the sense that it doesn't go on and on telling you some weird story. It's just a few lines, so that is a little bit of a shame, but here it is. I should hold it up and do the thumbnail thing like I tried to do with the Penhaligon's review that we just looked at a few minutes ago. Those of you who are not watching live, you won't have a clue what I'm talking about, but we've just come from an episode where we were reviewing Penhaligon's Babylon. And no, it's not you. The label is actually not stuck on straight. So I should just smile at the camera and go, ah, amazing green colour, amazing emerald perfume. I'm afraid this will leave a stain, says Jojo Cherry. It might. So keep the comments coming. I will turn to them in a moment. We need to smell this. I have already smelt it before, and I was so pleasantly surprised. I actually quite like it. But before I do any of that, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already done so. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like it. If you subscribe and you'd like to get notifications and be informed when the next video is coming, then you also need to click on that little bell to get the notifications. And if you're watching on Facebook, please give me hearts, etc. If you're enjoying the video, please consider supporting my work on Ko-fi. The link to that will be in the video description below. A few hours after the upload of the video, I will also do a blotter update to say how the scent has developed on the blotter. But I think that is kind of it. I think, you know, just leave questions, leave comments. Now this, I've really enjoyed wearing this since I've received this bottle. Maybe the timing was right. Maybe it's just the kind of scent that I felt I needed for now. But it was also pleasantly surprising because what comes out of the bottle in terms of the smell is not, I don't think, not what you expect when you look at the colour, and also I think not what you expect when you consider. Look, gosh, it's turning the blotter green. Not what you expect when you consider the range that Lutens have put this into, because it's where some of their eau went. So Eau d'Armoise is in there, which I wasn't crazy about. Santal Blanc has gone in there. Their Lemon Blossom has gone in there. So things that are supposed to be a little bit cleaner, a little bit more streamlined. Now this, see, it's the most pleasant shock, because if you haven't smelt it yet, I think you will be surprised to find out it's actually sweet orange. So, you know, we're sort of heading into like mandarin, tangerine territory, and cloves of all things. And if that sounds like bad potpourri, or like, you know, studding an orange with cloves, then you're kind of not far off. And what I've enjoyed about this scent is that it kind of doesn't mind embracing just a healthy dose of cheapness, a healthy dose of vulgarity. There is something very, very, very playful about it. Not necessarily like Pomander's, Frederick is asking. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. There's something about it that is playfully coarse. But I've really, really enjoyed wearing it. And when I first sprayed it, I just thought, wow, that was the last thing I was expecting from that. Now, when I found out a little bit more about the name, Clous, and please, if you are a native French speaker, chip in here, because it would be interesting to find out what the connotations of the name might be. But Clous means nails, and also just apparently cheap, worthless stuff. So cheapness, vulgarity, but it also means cloves. And pelure is apparently the skin of a fruit, so zest. And so you immediately get that idea of cloves studding an orange. And that's entirely what it is. And it immediately put a smile on my face when I smelt it, and I thought, wow, I think this is just what I needed right now. But if only there were some shops open so that people could actually go out and buy this. I think it's available online on their website, and also in the UK. I'm pretty sure that the brand have done a Harrods exclusive travel set of the Eau de Politesse. I don't know if it's all of them, but it's certainly a few of them. Of course, that's not all that there is in the perfume. The recent Lutens Eau line, you know, the waters, have in some shape or form been centered around incense, around olibinum, particularly sort of mineralic cold incense. And actually, you can pick up something quite pine-like, incense-like, cold in this. And it's interesting that that's what seems to be acting as the bridge between the cloves and the orange. I suppose what cloves and orange have got in common with each other anyway is maybe a kind of metallic sourness or bitterness, but something like pine, incense in the middle, seems to be helping them meet halfway. And so that's why, as a composition, it's kind of intriguing. Cloves, of course, immediately make you think of carnation scents, of eugenol. This isn't particularly carnation-y. Oranges, sweet oranges, make you think of colognes, I suppose. But this isn't particularly cologne-like because it's not herbal, even though the colour of the juice would suggest otherwise. And I let Madame Persolaise smell it the other day. I asked her to smell it on my skin, and she was quite taken with it as well. She sort of said, "Oh, that's quite interesting. Not sure I've smelt anything like that before or for a long time." And there's something about the cheapness of the orange note, and I say cheapness affectionately, you know, almost like Tang, you know, the American instant orange drink. I mean, I used to love just having Tang by the spoonful. Something about the fizz of it is present in this scent, and I was really, really taken with it, and it lasts pretty well. Let's do some comments, okay, and then we'll see, and I'll read you the press release. The press release is very, very, very short. Gosh, lots of comments already. So, you're taking precedence over RuPaul now, says Dream of Me No More. I should think so. Valerie's saying hello. Chang says, oh Lord, the colour. I know, you would need to be careful with this colour, unless, of course, it washes off. I don't get the choice of colour for what the notes are, says Dream of Me No More. I don't either, but I suppose the only thing is for it to be surprising, or maybe it had some sort of special significance for Lutens himself. Fahmi says, love the colour. Cheers from Canada, says Mystery Forms. Dream of Me No More, also heavily coloured for the Politesse range. Yes, absolutely. If you look at the others, you know, this is the real standout. Maybe that was the idea. Hi from Oman, says Jojo Cherry. I love Lanzever from the Lutens line. Yes, that one. Yeah, I'm sorry, I keep forgetting which is the one that I do like. I think that is the one that I like as well. Dream of Me No More. It's to do with a Christmas tradition of sticking cloves in orange peel, apparently, hence nails in zest, which is the literal translation according to someone on Fragrantica. Thank you very much. We should just call it pomander, says Dream of Me No More. Not fond of colours in perfume, says Angie. Do they stain? Well, I don't know. I haven't tried it out. But, you know, if ever I found that a perfume has stained like a shirt, it's always come out in the wash, in my experience. Like Gaultier's Fleur du Mal, I love. I don't know why they discontinued it. Well, I probably do know, probably because it didn't sell very well. But Fleur du Mal used to stain if you were wearing white clothes, but those stains always came out. But no, I would be careful with this one. Ashfaq says, agree with EP. That colour reminds me of inks, Edelstein and Iroshizuku inks. Ooh, interesting. Vanny says, chuffed to catch you live again. Thank you very much. I've never smelled anything from Lutens. Any recommendation for a first foray? Well, just do a search. Search in YouTube for Persolaise Serge Lutens, because very, very recently I did a video of my top 7 Lutens perfumes. So that's where you could start. Dream of Me No More. It sounds like the top notes of Musc Ravageur or Noir Épice, which are probably my favourite top notes. Interesting. Ashfaq, to me it sounds like citrus and spice flavoured tea that we take for a cold. Potentially, but wouldn't you add cinnamon to that? And again, this isn't that cinnamony. It's interesting to consider what it isn't. I mean, I know completely what you mean, and in some of those teas you'd put, or I would put honey, and maybe the orange is sort of reminiscent of honey. I found it really interesting, really taken with it so far. Where are we? Kalijan says, isn't Lush's Dear John a sort of citrus clove combination? Ooh, I'd have to check it out. I'm sure I've got a sample somewhere actually. Similar at all if you're familiar with the Lush? I'd have to dig it out. Ashfaq, I'm not ignoring your comments, but thank you very much. I've noted that. I'll read that later. Dream of Me No More. This sounds great, to be honest. Spritzy fun without being a cliche. Yes, potentially, unless there's like 20 other perfumes that are just like it and I've never smelt them and I don't realise that actually this hasn't got a single original bone in its green body. Catherine says, good morning from New Mexico. Umer, what's your thoughts on Zoologist? We'll just stick to this perfume today if you don't mind, but you may see some thoughts on Zoologist over on my blog. So, the press release, I would love to know if there is a proper press release out there. This is very, very brief, and apparently it's Lutens himself, his words. I use the word clou, meaning nails or things that are practically worthless, metaphorically, because this O is dear to me. The orange peel pricks your eyes. What a lovely image. The orange peel pricks your eyes, and by nails I mean cloves, of course, says Serge Lutens. And that's it. That's all you're getting from Uncle Serge on that one. Short and sweet. Have I missed any more comments? Must thank you for your recommendation of Lutens, says Catherine. Couche du Diable. I received it as a blind buy yesterday and am thrilled. Fantastic. Great to hear that. And Jeremy says hello from Ontario, Canada. Rushil says hello. Dream of Me No More says, sounds a bit Buñuel. Oh, yes. The slicing of the eye in, what was it? Chien Andalou. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so very, very firm thumbs up this gets from me. I think... Thank you very much, Meleg. That's very, very kind. I think because you can sense that there is an intelligence that has gone into creating this slightly dippy ditziness, I think that's what makes me like the perfume. And just the surprise factor. You know, I think it was Edmund Rudnitska who said that a great perfume must always elicit a shock from the wearer at the very beginning. Not in a negative way. Is that a boiler suit? Says Drew. No, it's not a boiler suit. It must always elicit a shock, and this one does. It's this kind of, whoa, that was the last thing I was expecting. Although, again, maybe if I had been French, I would have been expecting to smell cloves. So maybe that shock value won't be quite the same for a French speaker. Anyway, as I say, blotter update coming on YouTube in a few hours. Thank you very much for all your suggestions for best of videos. I will definitely consider, I'll try doing some as soon as possible, best of notes and also best perfumes from brands. If you have any more suggestions, please keep them coming. I'd like to know what's the dry down smell like. Yes, that will be in the video description in a few hours time. Please stand up to prove otherwise, as Ashfaq. That is so not going to happen. But I assure you, it's not a boiler suit. Best of Hermès, says Everyday Products. I did a Best of Hermès on the blog a few years ago, but yes, I suppose we could revisit it on YouTube. If you were to search for Persolaise Super Scent Hermès, it will come up. So I hope to be able to see you very soon. As always, I will give as much notice as I possibly can over the videos. I try to give at least 2 days notice. Not always possible, but I do my best. Wherever you are, I hope you are safe. I hope you're well. I hope you're looking after yourselves. I hope you are receiving kindness and being very, very kind. And until the next time, take care. See you soon. Bye.